Welcome to the world of Piña.
Yes, you, right in front of the screen. Let me ask you a quick question. Can you guess what material this is?
If you guessed A or C, I'm sorry, but you're mistaken. The correct answer is B. Me and Juan are wearing pineapple leaves.
Today, we are diving into the royal craft of Philippine Piña cloth, often crowned as the queen of Philippine fabrics. It is a traditional textile known for its sheer, lightweight, and ivory-tinted appearance, beautifully resembling fine lace.
In this video, we are going to unfold the incredible journey of this royal fabric through 6 key chapters. First, we'll give you a proper introduction to what Piña cloth is and its rich history. Second, we will break down the meticulous technical process of weaving Piña cloth. Third, we'll explore the mastery of Calado embroidery, which creates a stunning on the fabric. Fourth, we will take a step back into history, its connection meanings, traditional motifs. And finally, we will look ahead into the future of Piña cloth.
So, are you ready to discover how a simple pineapple leaf into a masterpiece for royalty? Let's get started!
Pineapple is one of the most popular fruits in the world after oranges and apples. When harvesting, farmers only pick the fruit and discard the leaves. The good tensile strength of pineapple leaves makes them suitable for use in textile production, and thus the development of innovative fibers from pineapple leaves began. Let me walk you through the process step by step in detail. First, we need to collect the pineapple leaves. These are left over from the farms after the fruit is harvested. On average, each hectare of pineapple produces about 27 tons of leaves, but the special thing is that we only need 10% of these leaves to start the piña tex production process. This helps reduce waste and bring higher economic value to the farmers. Next, the pendant leaves are put through a fiber extraction process, also known as decoding. This process separates the strong fiber from the pulp. Semi-automatic pineapple pulp separator machines can process 3 tons of leaves per hour using pressure and rotation to quickly separate the pulp from the leaves, leaving only the pineapple fibers. In rural areas, people do this manually. From 1 ton of pendant leaves, we can get about 60 to 80 kilograms of fibers. The separated pineapple fibers will need to be cleaned and dry. What is special here is that this process does not use toxic chemicals. The fibers are soaked in clean water to remove impurities and then dry naturally under the sun. This process usually lasts 2 to 3 days depending on weather conditions.
That's just this process. Yeah. That doesn't include the process of obviously refining the threads. These 6 pictures hanged on the wall explains the process of how the fibers are prepared. Pineapples are harvested, then they're extracted. Okay, so they're washed and dried. You knot the fibers together to make long strands, right? And then you use this machine to... Okay, so this is a counter machine. So they're counting the threads until they're like 2,600 precisely. And then they transfer it over to this machine.
Wow, just wow. Can you believe how much dedication goes into making just a single piece of cloth?
Exactly. But weaving the cloth is only half the journey. What truly elevates it to royalty is what happens next. Calado embroidery.
The technical uniqueness of Piña cloth embroidery, unlike regular way, which add threads onto the surface of the fabric, Calado begins by removing threads. Skilled artisans carefully pull out specific warp and weft threads from the woven cloth, creating a delicate mesh-like structure. They then stitch over the remaining threads to form intricate patterns. And this process produces a beautiful lace-like effect that is built into the fabric itself rather than simply applied as a decoration. On top of that, Calado creates a 3D effects, adding texture and a sculptural quality to the Piña cloth. Because the technique is extremely time-consuming, it became a symbol of wealth and status. As a result, Calado embroidery was often regarded as the ultimate royal signature, distinguishing noble attire from ordinary cloths.
Now, you might wonder, where do these beautiful floral and geometric patterns come from?
They actually tell the story of our past. These designs are a mix of traditional Philippine nature and Spanish colonial influences.
That's right. To truly understand why this fabric became a symbol of royalty, we need to look back in time. Are you ready? Let's jump into the history and heritage of the Queen of Fabrics.
Pineapples originate from South America and were introduced through the Spanish during colonialism. That's why piña also means pineapple in Spanish. Pineapple was a perfect weaving material because Filipinos were already skilled in weaving with other plant fibers. For example, the abaca plant. Abaca is also known under the term Manila hemp and is a species of banana, which you can also recognize by the similarities of the leaves. Traditionally, the Filipinos used to make fibers out of the stem of the abaca plant. As you can recognize, there are a lot of similarities in between the abaca fiber production process and the piña production process. That's why it was so easy to adapt the piña fiber into Filipino culture. Around 1565, the first Spanish colonizers arrived to the Philippines, and with their arrival came also the pineapple plant. During the 18th and 19th century, peak popularity of the piña cloth did start. It was worn amongst Filipino and also European royalty. Sadly, in the early 20th century, very significant decline of popularity was noticed. Luckily, now there's a slight revival since the 1980s. Piña has a very unique look. It is very transparent and very lightweight. The piña fiber is also perfect for beautiful embroidery. That's why very fine and extraordinary details are possible, as you can see on the textile samples shown above.
So it's no surprise that global royalty fell in love with this fabric. It was the ultimate status symbol.
But piña cloth isn't just luxurious, it's a living history textbook.
Exactly. If you look closer, these patterns actually tell the story of our cultural shift during the Spanish colonial era.
Let's decode the hidden meanings behind these historical motifs.
Nature-inspired motifs like flowers, vines, and leaves stand for growth, fertility, and the beauty in nature. Especially the floral patterns stand for femininity, refinement, and elegance. The pineapple pattern stands for wealth, hospitality, high status, and pineapple as a luxury item. In general, nature-inspired motifs should reflect the lush Philippine nature and portray a connection to the land and the origin of the fiber itself. There's geometrical motifs like zigzags, diamonds, and stripes, which stem from indigenous weaving traditions and represent community identity and continuity. Those geometrical motifs were also used to border the fabric. Also Spanish colonial motifs, which are often religious motifs stemming from Catholicism or European-influenced designs. The colors, which are white or beige, with similar color embroidery, represent purity and technical skill.
From ancient roots to royal courts, piña cloth has truly stood the test of time.
But it's not just a relic of the past. Today, it is leading the way as a symbol of sustainable luxury.
Exactly! Let's wrap up by exploring why piña is the perfect choice for the future of the modern textile industry.
Domestic use for traditional craftsmanship, which is perfect for expensive markets like wedding and big traditional events. It is even being used to make a new kind of sustainable leather or the rope. But piña is also moving into modern fashion. In the September 2024 issue of Vogue Philippines, designers used piña fiber to recreate the traditional turnout dress with a bold, futuristic look. By mixing old traditions with new designs, Piña cloth is proving that heritage can be highly modern, eco-friendly, and ready for the global stage.
From a humble pineapple leaf to the world of high fashion, Piña cloth has proven its timeless value.
It's eco-friendly, biodegradable, and supports local farmers. Everything the modern industry needs.
Whether it's for luxury couture or everyday sustainability, this queen of fabrics is ready for the future.
Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. See you next time.